What's up, guys? 8 years later, back from the dead, but this time around we got a new channel name, we got better cameras, better lenses, better software, and better content. Stick around, because today we're talking about what do I carry as my EDC. Hey guys, we're down here at the lake today. Just wanted to come out. This will be the first video out the gate that I've made in 8 years, so wish me luck. But we're talking about EDC. If you guys clicked on this video, I'm sure you already know what it means, but for those that may be new, EDC just basically stands for everyday carry. It's essentially just the stuff that you pack around with you every day. Today we're just going to be talking about what's in my pockets. I'd like to think that I have a pretty minimalist EDC, but I think it's a lot of perspective. You know, some people may look at it and go, you know, that's it. And I have other people that have seen me empty my pockets on a nightstand or on a coffee table or whatever, and people say, man, like, you carry that much stuff with you everywhere you go. But to me, I think it's just about right for my own liking. But keys, everybody has keys. There's nothing special. This is probably the one like Achilles heel on my setup as far as trying to get some dialed in. I don't think there's any like good way to actually carry keys, and the only tool that I have is their small little Swiss Army knife. I want to say it's something SD. I'm not 100%, but this little thing, it's pretty handy. A knife, little file that you'll never use, a little pair of scissors, pretty handy to cut threads. But man, this right here, the toothpick, waste. But this, I'm telling you, if any of you guys out there like do work with your hands, kind of carpentry, anything outdoors, you get splinters. I'm telling you, these little tiny pair of tweezers has been a lifesaver. And outside of keys, just got basic things like chapstick, Carmex, pretty much what I've always carried. Next thing, just a wallet, real basic wallet, just a cheap Amazon purchase. I used to have one of those thick dad wallets that just had receipts and trash, membership cards to things that you never use anymore. I know Ridge wallets are super popular. This is just a cheap, I think I gave like $14 for it, maybe on Amazon. Anyway guys, after switching to this wallet, I don't think I could really go back. Maybe the drawbacks is it's a little bit hard to get your cards out. You just kind of push up on that little cutout, pull out what you want. But other than the wallet, I carry a writing utensil. This is just a basic Fisher space pen. It's a pretty small, but it's actually about as small of a footprint as you can get as far as having an almost full-size pen when it's pulled out. Fisher, I bought this at a shop on a whim. I like the pen pretty well. It's probably one of the lesser things that I've actually used. Every once in a while it comes in handy. The thing that I use absolutely the most outside of anything that I carry, maybe other than my cell phone, which is just iPhone 10, I think it's what it is a flashlight. It's by far the handiest thing to have. Whether you want to like look under something, you drop something, your little kid needs help finding something, you're walking in the dark and you want to see the way to your car. This is about 2,000 lumens. It's an Olight Baton Pro. These run, I want to say, around 70-80 bucks. I have several different flashlights. I have ranges from little tiny ones to ridiculous $300 monster flashlights that nobody has any business keeping. This one, I have like the little small batons and I have the real small pin lights. To my liking, this has been about my go-to as far as what fits in the pocket. Even though it's a little bit bigger than the smaller baton, for whatever reason, I just like the way it gives it more of a hand, it fills your hand up more. And on the end they have a magnet. The magnet's used to charge. Super handy. Doesn't require anything. You just stick it next to it. It pops on it, and you're good to go. Super long battery life. Even the $20, a $10 little small mini pin light. I'm telling you, it's better than having a light on your cell phone. Then I have I carry a multi-tool. Now this isn't some fancy $200, $300 multi-tool. I think these are called a PST. It's like Leatherman's like original design. I've tried carrying bigger multi-tools that are bulkier and have more tools on it, but for my day-to-day, this pretty much gets it. It's a super slim profile. It's thin. Doesn't weigh very much. None of the tools are locking, but to be honest, if I need to really bear down and turn a screw or something that's just super, I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to go get a regular screwdriver. But in a pinch, these all work. Needle nose, pliers. It's got like a knife blade, a couple flathead screwdrivers. It's got a file. It's got a can opener, a Phillips screwdriver, and a tiny little flathead. And when you close it all up, it all fits in your pocket fine. And they have ones that they make now, Leatherman. I think they're called the P series, I believe. They're magnetic. They're a one-handed opening. But I guess where I've had these for so long, they're just like really broken in. And with a little bit of a, you can whip them out. One hand, you flip it around. And you can see once you have it opened up, there's not much resistance to it. And to close it back one-handed, it'd be kind of hard. I'm sitting down, but I usually stick it on my chest, push it around, pinch it together, right back. One-handed operation. Very handy tool to have. I have this thing with knives where I like the aesthetic of like a big, large knife. I think they look better. And I have big, large knives. I've bought expensive folding knives to put in the pocket that are larger, cleaver blades. My personal preference, I like a small knife. And of course, you want to check your local laws on what's allowed. But this is a Microtech. I think it's called the UTX 70, I believe. But it's an out the front knife. This little knife, I want to say, is maybe, I think it's under 3 inches the blade. It's really, really tiny. You can see opened up to the palm of my hand. You can see about, and I wear usually a large glove to kind of put it in perspective, but it's super thin. It's really, to me, this is the perfect everyday carry knife because I'm not batoning wood and I'm not using my blade to like pry open paint cans. Although I have, as you probably saw in this video earlier, I've jammed this into some trees before for some pictures, and it always works. The action's super smooth on. They come with lifetime warranty. If you wanted to see a full review on one of these, I can do it. If I could tell you one drawback, two drawbacks I don't like, I wish that it had a deep carry clip, and it has a glass breaker on it. Come on, Microtech. Who's like, I'm gonna save the day and I'm gonna bust glass with this thing? I think it's trying to play into that whole like tactical world. I don't know. You can't take it off because the glass breaker holds the pocket clip. Anyways, the Microtech, this super small, super handy knife. I love it. And it has that fidget factor where you can just in and out, in and out, in and out. And maybe lastly, this is just a little Casio Duro. I think it's how you say it, Duro. Anyway, it's just a cheap little watch. I think it's like 50-60 bucks, but I really like it. I recently kind of got into watches, and I have some more that are a little bit more expensive, some nicer watches, some leather watches, but this one, it's like 50 bucks, and I don't know, it's just like I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk if I end up scratching it or dropping it, breaks off my wrist. But just a little dive watch. It's got the term bezel on the top. I think it's like 100-meter water resistance. This is probably one of the best bang for the bucks in my opinion. If you want an analog watch, and just like most things that I have, I get into something, and man, when I get into something, you can ask anybody around me. You can ask my girlfriend, you can ask family. I get like these pit bull jaws, and I just get obsessed, and I like dive head first down the rabbit hole, and I can't get enough of it, whatever it is. Watches is one of those things, and just like most things, when I get into it, I will start cheap, and I think, well, I'll be budget this, and I incrementally work my way up. Next thing I know, I'm buying expensive of whatever, if it's a knife or a flashlight, whatever it is. This is the same thing. I have watches that are more expensive than this, but I wear this one probably, I would say almost as much as any of them. I don't know, I like the aesthetic of it. I used to be in G-Shock watches, and I still have I still have several G-Shock watches, but I don't know, I started wearing an analog watch, and this was the first analog watch that I'd worn in a long time. But anyway, 50 bucks, this is hard to beat. And so that's pretty much what I keep in my pocket. Outside of this, I carry a backpack with me. I'll just give you a quick show of it. It's out of the way. This is a Vertex bag. This bag started out with, the idea was, well, I'll just carry a few items. If you guys stick around long enough for the channel, you'll see that I have bags more than you can shake a stick at. I mean, I've got assault bags, get home bags, whatever titles you want that they like to put on them. But I have a bag in my car, a bag by the bed, and it's not a bug out bag because I think that's a little bit romanticized today. Like, stuff's at home. Like, when you just stay at home until, like, I don't know, I guess maybe there is a reason for a bug out bag. Regardless, this bag started out as just thinking like, well, I'll carry a few items, and it kind of turned into more. I'm not going to go into the full bag because I have a bunch of stuff in here, but I've got charging cables, a power bank, because of the bullshit that we have going on today. I usually carry a water bottle with it, put it in one of these, and inside I've got like a med kit, just kind of like a basic boo-boo kit with a little bit, it's not all G.I. Joe with tourniquets and this and that, although I have that stuff. It's not in this bag. I also have like a basic, it's just 2 pouches inside. It's a med kit. Here, I'll just pull it out real quick to show you today. So basically on the inside, it is just I have 1 pouch that has some tools, and that could be as small as stuff as like a knife, it could be nail clippers. It's just a basic, like maybe something you might run into. And also have a med kit. I have med kits everywhere. Got a flashlight, I don't know if you can see this or not. That's the O-light. It's the headlamp. Keep another knife in it. Got a multi-tool. Anyway, I got several things down in it. I also packed some other stuff in it. This in the front. These are to go with what else is in the bag. That's in the bag, and out in public right now, so if I was at the house or I was on the farm, I'd pull it out. But it's like there's a thing in the bag that's like the name of like a little creepy crawly thing that lives in the desert. A scorpion. But I have that in the back. Anyways, I'll do a full review on this another day. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, I have one other thing, but I'm carrying an appendix right now, and I don't want to pull it out, but you'll see in the B-roll, it's a basic, just Glock 19. There's nothing fancy about it. I've carried it for a super long time. I'm not one of those guys that switches it up in wintertime or summertime or springtime. I carry this whether I'm wearing 3 layers and a giant overcoat, or where I'm literally wearing shorts and a t-shirt and sandals, which I don't really ever wear sandals, but shorts and a t-shirt, I carry it all the time, everywhere I go. If you guys like what you saw today, hit the subscribe button, like. If you guys leave comments, the last time I had a YouTube channel, I had a bad habit of not responding to comments, but I'm gonna try to engage. I also have an Instagram, it's Midwest Icon 88. Anyway guys, all that aside, if you guys like what you saw, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the